Okay. We are live with yet another episode of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. And we are about to be starting in just a few minutes. Okay, now that everything is all set and ready to go, let's go ahead and get this episode started. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Xenonite XZ6 here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. This is part number 33 of this Let's Play series. And so, in the last episode, we started our journey through the third and final game of the trilogy, Trials and Tribulations. We've completed the first episode, entitled Turnabout Memories, where we had to play as Miss Mia Faye to help prove Phoenix Wright's innocence, and we found out that the culprit behind the first case in this game was Dahlia Hartthorne. Hopefully I got that name right. And we found out that she was the culprit behind the death of one of the students at the university. And in today's episode, we are going to be starting episode 2 of Trials and Tribulations, entitled The Stolen Turnabout. Now, I don't know what's going to happen in this episode of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. I'm not sure what to expect in episode 2 in Trials and Tribulations. But I believe it's going to get really crazy. So let's go ahead and get this started, and let's begin with the investigation. And here we are at the beginning, October 11th, 3:24 p.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Oh, there's Maya.
Hey, Nick! Get a load of this! Hey, are you listening to me? You can clean the toilet later. This is important.
What are you freaking out about now?
Today will be the last time you talk to me that way.
Huh?
We're about to hit the big time.
Big time? And what do you mean by we? You don't mean you and me are...
Don't be silly. I'm talking about me and... Pearlie, of course. Hello. It's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Nick.
Pearls, you haven't changed a bit. Wait, what are you doing here anyway?
Haven't you heard, Mr. Nick? Here, take a look at this.
What's this? Some kind of poster? Green Village? Isn't that...
That's right. It's our hometown. Pearlie and mine, that is.
What's this about treasures from the Bonies?
Very funny. You can laugh all you want. But you'll be singing another tune tonight.
Tonight? What about tonight?
The Treasures of Korean exhibit doesn't actually start until next week, but the promoters sent us some special VIP entry passes.
That's why you dressed up extra special today.
What do you think, Nick?
Same Maya, different day.
This young lady here is Maya Faye. The younger sister of Mia Faye, my friend and mentor. I first met her 2 years ago. I was working on the case surrounding Mia's death, and ever since then...
I've been the one who's been keeping this law office afloat from behind the scenes.
Actually, that's just a cover for her true identity. In reality, she's a spirit medium, and a bit of a shady character.
Hey! Who are you calling shady?
And this little girl's Pearl Faye, but I usually call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin and a spirit medium in training herself.
I know I'm a bit young, but I want to help in any way I can, Mr. Nick.
Korean Village is the home of the mysterious Korean channeling technique, and Maya here is the daughter of the Korean School of Channeling's master. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's no joke. I've seen her power with my own eyes. It's the real thing, alright.
To Nick, how long are you going to make two gorgeous women like us wait? Yes, Mr. Nick. I can't wait any longer. I want to see the exhibit.
Looks like I don't get a choice here. Might as well head on out. Treasure exhibit poster. A poster for the treasures of Korean exhibit. October 11th, 7:18 p.m. Lorley Taylor, main exhibit hall. Lorley Taylor, the city's fanciest and most expensive department store. Treasure exhibit, huh? I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed. Ooh.
Wow, this is awesome!
Yeah, you can make even the cheapest junk look great. It all depends on how you display it.
Oh, I even have the dusty old hanging scroll that was in the Faye Manor storeroom. Oh yeah, I remember scribbling on it when I was a little girl.
Oh, on a family heirloom?
Say, Nick, the person in charge of the exhibition is waiting for us in the basement warehouse.
Alright.
I guess we should go and say hello. Let's examine a few things first.
Oh, Mystic Maya, look! I can't believe it! Oh, it's so cute! It's a little diorama of Korean Village.
Yeah, look at that. But somehow it seems to reek of deeriness.
Oh, Mystic Maya, it's your house! It even says Faye Manor on it! Yikes! You're right! I kinda want to add the famous in front of it.
Don't do it, Maya. They might get mad.
Yeah, don't do it, Maya.
They're just a bunch of old urns. Are these really treasures too?
Of course they are. This is a treasure exhibit, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
So all it takes to be a treasure is age. No wonder nobody likes museums.
What's with this big cushion? It's just lying around with nothing on it.
Well, it must be for the greatest treasure of all.
Greatest treasure? Is there something like that?
Huh? Why, of course there is. Right, Pearly? Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll bet it would really take your breath away.
I think I remember this old folding screen here. I'm pretty sure it was an important piece of evidence in that murder case that happened in Korean Village.
This folding screen is the greatest of all the spirit channeling secrets. The 6-leaf Korean sacred writings folding screen.
If it's so secret, why is it the most prominent thing in the exhibit?
A piece of cloth with a ton of finely written characters jammed onto it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. Here's the title in English. 108 Ways to Save Money. I'm pretty sure the number has gone up since the last time I saw it.
Well, we're always looking for new ways, you know.
Being a medium sounds like a rough way of life.
Okay, is there anything else we can scan before we keep going, or is that all we can scan for now? Seems to be the case. I wonder if that's like a stolen treasure over there in that empty cushion. I guess we'll find out soon. October 11th, Lorley Taylor, Basement Warehouse. Yep, this is the basement warehouse, alright.
This place is scary. I feel like a monster could jump out at any time. Don't be scared, Pearly. I'll protect you.
Oh, Mr. Wright.
A monster! You were right!
Huh? Monster? Adrian? What in the world? Adrian's here? Oh my goodness. Holy crap, I did not expect she would be back. It's only been like, what, 2 episodes ago? Oh my goodness. What is she doing here? Good evening. It's good to see you again.
You! I know you!
Nice to see you again too, little miss.
Hello? Is she a friend of yours, Nick? And how do you know her, Pearly?
Nice to meet you. I'm Adrian Andrews. I'm in charge of the promotion and planning for this treasure exhibit. I'm also responsible for the security arrangements.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Adrian sure has changed since we last met. So this is the warehouse. The really valuable exhibit items are still stored away in here. It really has been a long time, hasn't it, Mr. Wright?
Nick, what's going on? Who is this woman?
Why are you freaking out on me?
What? I just thought it'd be more dramatic if I got all worked up, that's all. Mystic Maya, you shouldn't let him off the hook so easily.
Please, Maya, don't say anything about needle pearls further. Mr. Wright was there for me when I really needed help. It was something that happened 7 months ago.
You remember, don't you? The Nickel Samurai case?
Not really. I was stuck in a dark wine cellar. Did that escape your memory, Nick?
After that, I quit being a manager and started this job.
Wow, that's tough. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews. If it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for us...
No, don't say that. I'm glad the whole thing happened. Thanks to you and everyone else that was involved, I was able to change my whole life. I really am grateful. Ooh, that's a relief.
I'm really impressed, Miss Andrews. Handling a huge exhibit like this must be very tiring.
Well, Lorley Taylor is celebrating their 200th anniversary this year. The works on display in the main exhibition hall are worthy of the finest museums.
Woohoo! Did you hear that, Pearly? The finest museums! Yes, I did! That's really wonderful!
So this basement warehouse is pretty well protected, huh?
Of course it is. After all, there are some priceless treasures here. The security guards are all very highly trained as well. That sounds good. So what is with that face she's making? Let's examine some things around here and see what we can find. Ooh. Okay, well, let's start with this side first. Let's see.
It's a security camera. It's trained on the warehouse door.
It's set up to take a picture of anyone that enters or exits the door. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, they say.
This computer, it looks like it's hooked up to the security camera above.
And that means what?
The camera is set up to take a photo of anyone that goes in or out of the storeroom. Then the data from the camera gets uploaded to this computer here. That's why.
I see. That's some pretty high-tech stuff.
It looks like a part of the big signboard. All I can read on it is the burr.
Uh-huh. I've got it. Maybe it's supposed to say hamburger.
Why would anyone write hamburger that big?
Like, maybe for the World Hamburger Festival or something.
I kind of doubt it.
Aha! I got it!
Why are you talking about food? Oh, wait. That's normal for you. Anyway, it says burr. There's no way it could be spaghetti.
Well, maybe it was a typo. It might have said Spaghetti Festival. What do you think?
Okay, to me. Besides, spaghetti is the only thing more tangled than your reasoning.
And there's a ladder.
Look! A ladder!
That's a step ladder.
So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick.
Right. Sorry.
Why do I feel like we've had this exact same conversation before somewhere? Probably every single time we saw a stepladder. Probably.
It says organi.
No, it doesn't, Nick. It says organize. You just can't see the last two letters.
Yeah, well, I guess no one else could read it either. Because this place is a mess.
Yeah, you must feel right at home, huh? Mr. Nick, what's that big door over there?
It looks like it's the door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there.
Really? Let's go in. I want to take a look.
Oh, I'm sorry. Unauthorized personnel aren't allowed in there.
Did you hear that, Nick? We're unauthorized personnel.
Why are you telling me that?
Okay, I guess the only thing left is this one.
Mystic Maya, take a look next to the door. That's Mystic Amy, right?
Yes, that's a statue of the woman who invented the Korean channeling technique, Amy Faye. This statue is a loan from one of the training halls of the Faye branch family. In fact, it just arrived this morning. Amy Faye's golden statue, a statue of the founder of Korean channeling technique, is holding the Shito. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not quite sure if I got that right, but I think that's how you pronounce it.
What's that creepy looking thing she's holding?
Don't ask me. How should I know?
Well, you are the future master, right?
Maybe so. But this is the first time I've ever seen this statue.
That thing is the Korean Shito. It's a ceremonial sword. It's not a real weapon, so the blade isn't sharp.
Oh, phooey. I wanted to cut something.
What are you eyeing me for?
Oh, look, it's already 8. Have you all eaten yet?
Well, actually...
I've already made a reservation at the restaurant on the 12th floor. Why don't we all dine together?
Oh, I like the sound of that. Dine. It sounds so fancy. I'll have the kids' lunch. Pearly, it's dinner, not lunch. Why don't you go for it and really eat your fill with a kid's dinner? Okay, in that case, one kid's dinner for me.
Shall we head upstairs then?
After that pleasant evening, all that remained was to wait for the exhibitation's opening. It was wonderful seeing Miss Andrews looking so happy. None of us could have imagined that the very next day, something terrible would happen. Uh-oh. The next day... Oh, this is not good.
Nick, this is terrible. What the? You're cleaning the toilet again? I never knew you were such a toilet freak.
Well, Maya, he wants to make sure that the toilet is not disgusting. He wants to clean the toilet to make sure it's nice and clean.
Give me a break, would you? My brain just hit the snooze button for the 5th time.
I'm going to turn on the TV.
We've got an update on the recent treasure heist. Based on clues found at the scene of the crime, authorities have announced that they believe it was work of the renowned phantom thief, Mask de Masque.
Masque the Mask?
According to a spokesperson, Lorelei Taylor received a threat letter some days ago. This is the 5th heist by this phantom thief who only targets rare treasures.
Lorelei Taylor.
Well, Nick, what are you going to do? Don't you dare go back to scrubbing the toilet!
Treasure? Lorelei Taylor? You don't think...
Yes, now get up, Nick! It was stolen by Masque Masque! Our most valuable treasure! The Korean secret urn was stolen!
What? Refresh my memory a little. What's his secret urn?
It's only the most important treasure in Korean village. That's all. Look, it's right there on this poster. Don't you remember what's inside? The urn contains a very important soul. Namely, the soul of Mystic Amy Faye, the founder of the Korean channeling technique. Right, Pearly? Ah, yes, that's right. Hold up. I thought that urn had the name Amy written on it. Now it says I am. Any idea how that happened, Pearly? Huh? Well, there are some things best left unsolved. Would you say, Mr. Nick?
That's right. 1 year ago, there was a murder in Korean village, Maya's hometown. The secret urn, it turned out to be an important clue in that case. Secret urn, one of the treasures of Korean village. Supposedly priceless, it looks like a plain old pot.
Okay, the toilet is shinier than the judge's head, so let's see what's next.
What's wrong with you, Nick?
What do you mean?
What do you mean that... Mr. Nick, your beloved Mystic Maya's treasure has been stolen. Doesn't that even bother you?
But I thought the urn was the village's treasure, so I don't see how...
The village is Mystic Maya. She's the future master of the Korean School of Channeling. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Nick. I won't let you say you don't.
Okay, I do. So what am I supposed to do about it?
Isn't it obvious? Go and find the bad guy who did this. Yeah, and get the secret urn back.
But I'm not a detective. I'm a lawyer.
That has nothing to do with this. If you're a real gentleman, you will find it for your beloved Mystic Maya.
Man, oh man, there's no winning against Pearl's fairy tale image of love.
So what's the name of this bad guy again?
Masque Masque, Nick. Make a note of it. Masque Masque. Oh, it was terrible. I was arrested and everything.
1 year ago, the murder in Korean village. A man was killed during one of Maya's spirit channelings, and this urn wound up being the key piece of evidence that proved her innocence.
Mr. Nick, would you mind not telling Mystic Maya about that? You promised, remember? You said you wouldn't tell me when I broke the urn.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I remember. This urn used to say Amy on it. Until Pearls accidentally broke it into a million pieces. She tried to secretly fix it. Let's just say it didn't work out so well.
Sorry. I'm not so good at arts and crafts, spelling either.
Anyway, this is how her gluing project turned out. She put the pieces together wrong, and now, instead of Amy, it says I am. I can't believe no one's noticed this until now. A whole year later.
I can't believe it myself. You know, even I didn't know the statue existed until a little while ago.
Didn't Adrian say it's from a Faye branch family's training hall or something?
Yes, there are actually a lot of training halls scattered all over the country, hidden away deep in desolate mountains.
Why does it always have to be desolate mountains? Wait, what did she say? Hang on, let me read it.
Is this thing really all that valuable? It looks kind of, junky if you ask me.
But it's got the soul of Mystic Amy, the founder of our channeling technique.
So how much do you think you could get for it?
What? Sell the secret urn? You know, I never thought about that. Hey, Pearly, make a note of that. Ways to save money, tip 109. Sell treasures whenever possible. Whenever possible. Check.
Somehow, I think Maya's going to be searching for a buyer for a long time. Okay, let's just go ahead and move on to the museum.
Right, let's see if we can find some clues that might lead us to the bad guy.
But it doesn't look like anything has been disturbed.
Yeah, it looks pretty much the same as it did last night. Bad guy, huh?
Hey, you can't poke around here, pal. Oh, no. Pal, is that Gumshoe?
Wait a minute. That voice. Oh no, not him again.
It is.
It's you! And I'm the one who should be saying not again. Why is it that every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal? I should be asking you that. Aren't there any other detectives? No, I should be asking you that. What are you doing hanging around here? Hey, I asked you first. Why are you here
All right, we got it. Why don't you two kiss and make up already? Hello? It's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective.
Oh, it's you, little missy. Actually, my name is Gumshoe. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Now, it was a good chance for you to try to remember it right.
If it's too long for you, you can just call him Dick. Okay, it's good to see you again, Mr. Detective Dick.
Yeah. Good to see you again, too, I guess.
Mr. Detective Dick, can you tell us about what happened?
Oh, you're trying to remember my name. Atta girl. It's Gumshoe, okay? Anyway, the thief stole something called the Secret Urn.
I know about that.
Oh. Well, the criminal's name is Masky Masky.
I know about that, too. Detective, can't you tell us something other than that?
Well, I guess I sort of kind of owe you guys, in a way. The crime occurred last night at around 1:30 in the morning. How exactly do you know that? We got an emergency phone call from a guard at the scene of the crime, pal. He said the urn was just stolen.
The scene of the crime? You mean here, right?
Wrong. That urn was being kept under careful guard in the basement warehouse.
Basement warehouse, huh?
Who was guarding the basement warehouse?
That guy! It's all his fault that the thief got away, pal. He solves one case and gets a swelled head, thinking that he's an ace detective.
Ace detective?
Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this mask Demaske. Is he famous?
What? You're joking, right, Nick? Masky Masky is the hottest thing since sliced bread.
Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear known to surprise unsuspecting victims. But underneath those disguises is the true Masky Masky. So he's some kind of master of disguise, huh? And he only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lorley Taylor had only cooperated, I could have caught him this time.
What? Then you knew he was planning on stealing the secret urn?
Of course I did. The guy always sends his calling card before he steals something.
Calling card, huh? They mention it on TV.
So why do you call him an ace detective anyway? That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up.
So, what's he like?
Well, like I told you, Masky Masky has made 5 heists so far. On the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back.
Wow, that is impressive. All by himself?
Yeah, I gotta admit it, pal. Maybe he really is as good as he says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send our men on a stakeout. But none of us have ever gotten so much as a glimpse of the guy.
The Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief.
Anyway, he's at the scene of the crime right now, looking for clues.
So he's down in the basement warehouse, huh?
So what's his calling card? Here it is. But don't show it to anyone. It's top secret, okay, pal?
What's this mark on the front?
That's Masty Masky's signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have got it on.
They didn't mention that on the news flash.
We're withholding that detail from the public for operational reasons. The only way we can tell if a calling card is real or not is by this emblem.
The Masky's calling card sent before a heist. The emblem is top secret.
That makes sense.
When you get famous, there are always imitators.
Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycat someday.
Thanks, I guess. To be honest, pal, there's something that bugs me.
What's that?
All the other items that were stolen by Masty Masky were ones even I had heard of. They were all world-famous treasures. The tear of Manson or the crown of Bongora.
The secret urn of Kareem is famous too, right, Pearly? Of course, everyone in Kareem Village knows about it.
Sounds like we got an unpredictable thief on our hands. What is it with you?
What about this? Sorry, pal. I didn't get much sleep last night and my brain's not really working right.
Somehow I don't think sleep would really fix the problem.
Hey, keep it down. You might have really good hearing for all you know. It might get mad if you heard. I can hear everything you are saying, pal. Remember, don't tell anyone about that emblem, okay, pal?
Does the thief ever send these to the police?
No, always to the victims. Up until now, the victims have always come to us looking for help, though.
That's not what happened this time, you mean?
You got that right, pal. Listen up. If you guys ever get one of these calling cards, I want you to come to us right away. Got me?
Yeah, sure. Okay, I guess we gotta head to the basement. But who is this ace detective that Gumshoe's talking about?
No matter how many times we come here, this place always gives me the chills.
That's probably because it's air-conditioned, to protect the art pieces. Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos. Huh? What the heck does that mean? Ooh. Who is he? Oh my goodness. I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please make yourself at home.
Who are you anyway?
Shh! Silence!
Now I see. It's all becoming clear.
What do you see?
Zaveri! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium. Neither very advanced at their trade. Am I wrong?
Yikes! That's scary! How did you know that?
How you say? The universal skeptic would say that how is nothing but a question of why. I am a traveler of both time and space, and a swimmer of dreams.
What is he talking about? Can't make heads or tails of it.
Without further ado, let me fulfill what should be the first duty of any gentleman, and introduce myself. The name is Atme, Luke Atme, ace detective. Oh, hi.
Don't let him imitate you, Nick. Stand up and show him what you're made of.
The name's Wright, Phoenix Wright, ace attorney.
I'm Faye, ace spirit medium. And I'm, Pearl Faye. I'm Mystic Maya's cousin and, spirit medium ace apprentice.
Excellent. Well then, shall we begin our little game? Game? Why does he phrase one shot of a baker's dozen come to mind with this guy? So are you really as famous as you say? Of course. For a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world.
I had no idea anyone was left in the city that had not heard of me. Look at me. I am Masty Maskey's arch enemy, the ace detective Luke Atme. At this moment, there are two mighty figures which loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, the other the angelic cherubs of light.
Boy, now I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick?
I have been personally on the heels of this villain since his first crime. After learning this criminal's patterns, I thwart his very latest loathsome larceny. I even returned the target of his tyranny, the portrait of Magina, to the crime scene. And I did it all by myself. I took it back from Masky Maskey, with my brawny mind and my brilliant muscles.
Yeah, they mentioned it on the news, in the Great People Around Town segment. They said that the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward.
Well, compared to the treasure that I retrieved for them, it's not much.
So in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise.
Oh, tell us what you know about Masty Maskey. And keep it simple, please.
Like about how I have devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds. Last night, here in the bowels of this store, we were locked in a most glorious battle. I see. Huh? Hang on a second. You were here last night? Here in Lorley Taylor? Naturally. Wherever Damaske goes, you will find Atme laying his elegant traps.
Elegant traps? More like Damaske out elegance you and made a beautiful getaway.
But this time I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory.
I wonder if I should ask him about what happened last night in more detail.
Can you tell us exactly what happened here last night? But of course. After all, I always say there should be no secrets between aces.
Flattery will get you nowhere, Pinocchio.
I first received the request for my services 20 days ago. And it was 10 days ago that we received Masty Masque's calling card.
Huh? You were hired before the calling card even arrived?
Yes, you see, the person who hired me is quite vigorous and firm.
That's Adrian for you.
A mere 10 days after hiring me, her worst promotions were realized.
A calling card arrived, right?
Yes. So ace detective that I am, I set a trap for the thief right in the warehouse, and waited for him, alone.
Alone? But why? Why didn't you go to the police for help?
Ridiculous! Why would I seek help from such a singularly useless group of nincompoops?
You've got a lot of nerve. After all, it was you that let Damaske get away.
I always operate alone and concealed, out of sight of others.
Concealed?
Precisely. Even the guards on duty here were unaware of my presence. To fool your enemies, first you must fool your friends. It's my own original proverb.
Anyway, back to what happened last night.
As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. But I swear to you, not a solitary soul came through that entrance. Nevertheless, the sacred urn disappeared. But that's impossible! How could it just disappear? How, you ask? Don't be ridiculous, Sir Lord. If I knew the answer to that question, I wouldn't be here.
For someone who seriously messed up on his own stakeout, he's rather full of himself.
So you're saying that even though one came through those doors last night, our precious urn still somehow vanished from under your nose?
That's just not possible. Let's have a look-see around and see if we can find any evidence that might support something.
Sir Lawyer, please refrain from such crude behavior. Huh? What do you mean? This criminal is an artist. The crime scene is the canvas upon which he paints. Only I, Ace Detective Atme, have an eye which is educated enough to read for signs.
Could you translate that for me, Nick?
I think he pretty much said, don't touch anything, amateurs. If there's something you wish to know about, you have but to ask at me. I know everything there is to know about my rival, Mask the Masky.
What do I do now?
Does he have any top-secret information? Stuff that only a real crime buff would know.
I'll think about what to ask while I listen to what Mr. Ace Detective has to say. Oh, I guess we just hit that.
I'm sorry, I can't be more helpful. But I have no interests, save that finding evidence against my arch-rival.
No, it's okay. Nick is just a bit of a piddling evidence hog. That's his defense style.
A piddling evidence hog, you say? In that case, I'd simply be wasting my breath.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Thanks, Maya. Why couldn't you have said I was a rival and not a piddling evidence hog?
Wait, so can we not scan anything with evidence? Okay. So I guess we gotta talk to him about something. I guess. But we've already asked him about all this stuff. Man. Oh. So do we have to show him evidence? Maybe that might be the case. Let me save real quick before we continue. And let's see.
Do not fear, young lady. I promise I shall retrieve your urn.
Thank you, Detective Atme. I'm counting on you.
The final round between Detective Luke Atme and Masky Musky is set to begin. Still, there's something funny about this guy.
Yeah, don't forget, he managed to retrieve the treasure from the last heist.
Yes, I even have a video that details my role in the whole affair. I've recorded it directly from the news on TV. Can I interest you in a copy? No thanks. Masty Masky's calling card. It's got his emblem printed on it, right? Quite impressive, but I would expect nothing less than from my arch-rival. I'm surprised to see you in possession of such a top-secret piece of information.
Well, we've got an ace lawyer, an ace fairy medium, and an ace cousin apprentice here.
Yes, indeed. I think I can learn to like you, my fellow ace professionals.
I don't know if I really want this guy to like us ever.
Well, Sir Lawyer, I've been told that you too are pursuing the mysterious thief. Well, I'm not sure I would say that exact...
That's right! We're going to find the secret urn no matter what we have to do.
Excellent. I will trust you. I permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If perchance you should discover something of value, return then to my office. My office of earthly delights. The Atme Detective Agency.
Office of Earthly Delights?
Well then, Sir Lawyer, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do. Wait a minute!
He's gone.
I don't like the idea of doing this guy's work for him.
Come on, Nick. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Let's hurry up and investigate before he changes his mind. I want to go to his office, too. Take me with you, okay?
Okay, so now we get the chance to investigate.
It's a security camera. It's trained on the big door into the storeroom. It's set up to take a photo of anyone that goes in or out.
A security camera? Yeah, go stand in front of the door and it'll snap your photo too, Pearly. Mystic Maya, do you think I should smile? Nah, it's for criminals, so I think you should make a really scary face. Like this? Hey, Pearly, do you know what this is? It's a computer. A computer? Oh, I've heard of those. It has such a cute name.
It looks like this computer is storing the data from the security camera. When someone comes in or out of the warehouse, the camera takes a photo of them.
It's probably the trap that the detective set up. Let's see if we can find last night's data on this thing. We might even find a photo of Masked Damaski.
Let's see here.
Man, I really stink at working these things.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick? You're sweating an awful lot.
I don't know how to pull up the photos.
I had no idea you were so pathetic with high-tech stuff, Nick.
Yeah. Well, I managed to print out the camera data anyway.
I guess you have to learn to crawl before you can walk, right, Nick?
Yeah, sure. Anyway, it looks like the camera only went off once last night.
Camera data. The warehouse camera went off once at around 1 a.m. on the night of the crime.
That pathetic-looking wooden box.
Ah! That's the box that had the sacred urn in it!
Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on there.
I worked so hard to make that box.
Huh? You made that poor excuse for a box, Maya?
What's that supposed to mean? That urn has always been on a stand in the winding way for a Faye manor. So there was no box suitable for it, Mr. Nick. And I was so proud of it.
Poor Maya. Maybe it had been better if Masked Damaski had taken the box too.
Wow, this is awesome. What did Miss Andrews say it was called again?
Shito. It's literally seven-branch sword in Japanese. Or so says Miss Andrews.
Oh, wait. Okay, I think it was Phoenix talking.
Whoa, it's pretty heavy.
One hit, 7 times the fun. Pretty catchy, huh? I bet it sell like hotcakes. There's something about it that bothers me. Wow, you're really firing on all cylinders today, Pearly. This sword, wasn't Miss Amy holding it last night? Ah. And another thing, the sword wasn't bent last night like it is now.
You're right.
Awesome, Pearly. I wouldn't expect any less from my little ace apprentice.
The sword is bent, so that must mean last night someone used it somehow.
Uh-huh. I just thought of something. Maybe Detective Adney smashed Aston Maskey with it. Like this.
Ouch! What the heck?
What do you think, Pearly? I think it's even more bent than it was before.
Oh man, my head! My hair! Dang. Okay, a ceremonial sword held in the hand. It's hand, not head. I'm mispronouncing every word. The hand of Amy Faye's statue wasn't bent before the crime. Okay, and that means we gotta go through this side.
Look what you did, Nick. You spilled paint over here.
I didn't do that.
Well, it wasn't here last night. I would have noticed the color if it's outrageous. But this paint is already dried up. Well, then, you should have cleaned it up before it dried, Nick.
Paint doesn't dry that fast. Besides, I told you it wasn't me.
Looks like it's been several days since it was spilled. Hey, look at this.
What is it?
There's some kind of shape left in the bottom left side of this stain.
Huh? You're right. I wonder what it could be. The statue of Mystic Amy is so cool. I want a gold statue of myself. We could put it in the office.
Hey, it's Wright and Co. How about a gold statue of me?
Mr. Nick, I'm sorry, but I noticed something strange.
Huh? What is it, Pearls?
The statue of Mystic Amy. Was this where it was last night? Ah! I'm pretty sure it was closer to the door.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Great job, Pearly. I wouldn't expect anything less from my ace cousin.
So the statue was moved on the night of the crime. A statue of the founder of the Korean channeling technique moved the night of the crime.
Mr. Nick, what's that big door over there?
It looks like it's the door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there.
I guess that's where they were keeping the secret urn.
Remember, Maya, Miss Andrews said we're not allowed in there.
I don't think there's anything else we can scan over here, I don't think.
Hey, Nick, your cell phone's ringing.
Hello? Phoenix Wright here.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. It's me, Gumshoe.
Gumshoe? What is it? What's so funny?
I'll tell you what's funny, pal. I finally beat him. I beat Mr. Ace Detective. Finally! This underdog is the alpha dog today. That stuck-up detective met his match. Yep, I finally caught him. Lock, stock, and barrel. There's no escape for him.
You caught him? Are you saying... You kept your mask demasked?
Bingo! Well, actually, he surrendered. But I still got him.
Masky surrendered.
That's great. So when can we come and pick up the secret urn?
Well, you see, I was gonna tell you.
What? Something wrong?
Do you think you could swing by the detention center sometime?
The detention center?
He wants to talk to you. Masky, that is.
What? He wants to talk to Nick?
I'll be waiting for you, pal, so get over here soon.
The detention center, huh? Okay, I guess we gotta go there next. October 12th, detention center, visitors room.
Hey, pal, welcome to the detention center.
You're sure in a happy mood, aren't you?
Yep. After all, we got Masky.
Right, but, so where's the secret urn?
Oh, sorry about that, pal. I guess I didn't really think about it before. But you're the victim, in this case.
Huh?
Well, I guess I should let you guys hear the story straight from the horse's mouth.
No, he's right, Nick.
He is?
If you think about it real hard, we are the victims.
Well, I guess so. In a way.
I'm so used to thinking of the victim as a dead person, because we're always on murder cases.
Excuse me.
But anyway, I had to get the secret urn back.
Please, don't just ignore me. Who is this?
Who are you?
I'm Demasky. Okay.
Hey, Nick.
Oh, it's a dude. Oh my goodness.
Doesn't he look kind of, well, gangly?
Ron Delight. Okay. I'm Ron Delight, the famous Demasky. I don't think this guy could punch his way out of a wet paper bag.
So you're the Masque Demask guy?
Yes, you bet. No, that's wrong. You see, it's complicated. Sort of yes and sort of no. If you know what I mean.
What's wrong?
Well, when I say wrong, what I really mean to say is that it's not right per se. You see, it's not spelled Masque Demask. It's actually Mask Star Demasky.
What's with this guy?
Well, he's a timid little weakling. We know that much. Don't do that. Don't look at me like that. I don't need your pity. And I made your crybaby too.
So why did you give yourself up? Well, you see, it's because, well...
I know why. It's because you stole such a priceless treasure. And now you're overwhelmed with guilt. Am I right?
Priceless treasure. That broken old urn.
I have a little favor to ask. Yes? What is it? Could you go and talk to... DC?
DC? Look, we really want our urn back. So where is it?
I'm sorry. I'll give it back. I really will. Maybe not. No, I can't. I can't make promises I can't keep. I'll just end up hurting people.
Mr. Nick, I couldn't hear what he just said. Especially the last part.
Mr. Damaski, do you think you could speak up a little? Yes, sir. I will, I promise. Maybe not. You see, I'm already speaking in my normal voice, so I really can't do anything.
Mr. Damaski? About the urn?
Oh, yes, the urn. Right away. Actually, no. I wouldn't mind telling you, but actually I'm afraid you wouldn't believe me anyway.
Enough already! Just tell it to us straight!
Please don't yell at me! I'm sorry. That urn, I lost it!
What?
What did you just say? Did you say you lost it? Yes, no. Maybe so. I mean, yes, I lost it!
What do you mean?
Well, you know, I lost it, like I said. These things just happen. You're on the train and you get distracted and you forget your bag, you know.
What? You forgot our sacred urn on a train?
Wait a minute. You went on a train dressed like that? No, I was just speaking hypothetically, that's all. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just lost it somewhere. I don't know where.
This guy's story is more surreal than a Dali painting.
Are you really sure this creep is Masked Star Damaski?
Maya, don't call him a creep.
Although I do have to admit, I understand your doubts about this guy.
So who is this DC person? Please don't talk about my wife like that!
I guess she must be his wife.
I'm sorry. The truth is, it was my wife that told me to have you all come here. Do you think you could go and visit her at my hideout? Hideout?
Mr. Nick, what does he mean by hideout?
Oh, sorry. Naturally, I meant to say my secret base. Secret base? Well, my apartment, actually. Palazzo Papipi. Or... Palazzo Pepe. First floor.
Let's go have a look, Nick. To Masked Star Damaski's hideout.
Somebody tells me she just likes the sound of the word hideout.
Oh, that's Damaski's calling card. They're pretty nice looking, huh?
He looks so happy.
I'm not very good at writing, you see. So I bought a book called How to Write Business Letters and studied hard.
Well, I guess you could call fevering a type of business.
I'm really sorry I caused so much trouble.
If you're so sorry, then you shouldn't have stolen it in the first place.
But the only thing I did wrong was lose it. That's not right. I was wrong either way. I'm sure the owners of the other treasures feel the same.
He sure seems sorry. Who would have imagined that such a famous thief would have such a pure heart?
Okay, the same thing. Alright, so we gotta go to the hideout. October 12th, Masked Damaski's hideout.
Wow, check this place out.
No doubt about it. This is Masked Star Damaski's hideout, all right.
Who is it? Is that you, Ronnie? Huh? Who are you people?
Are you Desi Delight?
That's right. I'm Desiree. Oh, you must be the lawyer and the victim.
Yeah, that's us. Your husband told us to stop by and speak with you.
I'm Maya Faye, and this is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law.
Nicky boy. And Maya, huh? I can't tell you how grateful I am that you decided to help my Ronnie.
Well, you're welcome.
Did she really call me Nicky boy? Yes, she did.
About your husband.
Isn't he the cutest? A bit weak sometimes, though.
A bit?
By the way, did you know they mentioned Maya on TV?
Huh? Really?
They said you own the urn and that you're doing some shady training at a law office now. Remind me not to watch that channel's news program. After I saw that, I thought it might be a good idea to meet the lawyer they mentioned.
I see.
My Ronnie, he has a powerful imagination and gets deluded easily. He kept insisting he was going to surrender to the police. I didn't know what to do. It was me. I stole the urn, he kept saying, as if it was even possible.
Huh? But are you saying he didn't?
Of course he didn't. Why would my Ronnie ever do something like that?
Well, it's a priceless treasure, and he's,
Is it possible his own wife doesn't know his secret identity? Me? I'm the kind of woman that needs excitement in her life.
Oh, excitement, huh?
Yes. I'm at my happiest when I'm racing along with my bike going at full throttle. Riding a motorcycle is like putting your life on the line. You know what I mean. Well, I think that depends on how you ride it. I'm the type that can't stand living a boring, eerie old life with no action.
No offense, but your husband, Ron, doesn't exactly look like the risk-taking type himself.
You're right about that. He's definitely not one for thrills and danger. But I do have to say that he makes up for it in other ways.
Other ways?
Yes, money. Ronnie is incredibly rich and super generous. He bought me a bike that's so fast it would make your head spin. And shopping? I like to shop so much it makes Ron's head spin. The other day, it actually happened. His head actually started to spin. Man, talk about a high-maintenance wife.
So where does Mr. Delay get all of this money from?
Ronnie is a security guard. They put their lives on the line, right? So they get paid tons of money in return. Tons of it. He's a security guard. I think it's my turn for my head to spin.
Can you tell us about what happened last night?
What time did that incident take place again?
What time was it again, Maya?
Well, according to Detective Gumshoe, it was around 1:30 in the morning.
Last night was horrible. I got pulled over.
Pulled over?
Yes, I always do my best flying at night.
Flying? You're talking about your motorcycle, right?
Yes. Anyway, last night I got pulled over by a policeman. I can't believe he caught up to me. It was a great chase, let me tell you. When he finally caught me, the poor man was as white as a sheet. It was about 3 in the morning when I finally got home. Sounds like she's got an airtight alibi.
Well, what about Mr. Delight?
I don't really know. We weren't together at that time of the night. But when I got home, he was already fast asleep. So basically, he's got no alibi. Oh, that's so mysterious looking. I love old stuff like this.
Really? It's one of our most treasured possessions. There's going to be a whole exhibit at Lorley Taylor with these types of things.
Maya looks so happy. She's lit up like 1,000 light bulbs. Walt bulbs. Or light bulbs. Walt balls. Terrific! You can count on Ronnie and me to be there. Sounds like fun.
Huh? Or, yeah.
Oops, looks like that light bulb is starting to flicker. Oh.
So what do you know about this?
No, you can't show her that, Nick! That emblem is top secret, don't you remember?
Oops, sorry about that.
But the way she just said top secret was a worse giveaway than what I did. Oh, when I hear the word top secret, it just piques my interest like nothing else. Okay, I guess we gotta examine some things around here, so let's just examine some things.
Oh, that's so cute! It's called a hot air balloon, you know?
Wow, there's no fooling you.
I want to make my own balloon now. I'll even let you ride in it, Nick.
That emblem on the balloon is supposed to be top secret. That's proof enough that Ron Delight really is Mask Star Damaski. I better not tell Maya. She gets kind of scary when it comes to celebrities.
There's a whole bunch of stuff piled up over here.
Duck and cover! It's a missile! Did you know there's dynamite and missiles?
But they're not heavy enough to be real. Oh wait, they're just really well-made toys.
Where are these rolls of paper stuck in the trash can? Theft of the Mazarine Stone, the Great Albatross Strategy, theft of the Immortal Goddess Statue, the Great Knuckle Bomber Strategy.
Did the police even investigate this place? Probably not.
Hey, Nick, look at the top of the chair.
It looks like an envelope and a letter.
Well, don't just stand there. Come on, let's read it.
Maya, you know we shouldn't do that.
What are you talking about? That letter could be an important clue.
No way. You can't just go reading a private letter because you feel like it.
It's not just because I feel like it. It really could be important.
If I was sure it was a clue, I guess I wouldn't mind. This thing looks vaguely familiar.
Oh, I know! It's a fishbowl! Well, an upside-down one, anyway.
I think it's a helmet. An alien helmet.
And that looks like a tape recorder or something next to it.
I think it's a transceiver. An alien transceiver.
Nick, do you think maybe you could act like a grown-up for a little bit?
Getting lectured by Maya to be more of an adult. That's a new low. Oh dear.
It's Master Masky!
There's a tape recorder hanging from his neck.
Let me see that.
Oh, I'll be taking this crown now. Better luck next time, gentlemen.
I don't get it. What's this supposed to be, Nick?
It's a bunch of cheap costume pieces arranged inside a nice frame.
Look, Nick! It's a fake beard!
There's also a mask made out of cardboard.
Here, Nick, try on this fake beard. Come on, try it on!
Hey, cut it out!
Now put on the mask. It's Phoenix Damaski! Let's borrow it for a while.
No way. I'm not stealing from a thief. I have enough bad karma as it is. He just can't catch a break.
Nick, it's a torpedo!
It's hard to believe, but it sure looks real.
Where could he have picked up something like that to this?
Please don't say that torpedoes are things people just leave lying around. There are a bunch of books lying here. They're all romantic-sounding novels about famous heists and fantastic thieves.
Wow, look at all the bookmarks and notes stuck into them.
Let's see here. Note, must remember this thief's way of laughing. Very useful. Note, a calling card is an important part of any good thief's modus operandi. Wow, Ron really studied his stuff.
think I pretty much just scanned everything, I think.
That's my lovely wife. Isn't she beautiful? Yeah, she sure is.
Oh boy, the one topic I didn't want to get into in front of Pearls.
But Desi doesn't approve of my interests, so I'm afraid she doesn't like me anymore. What should I do? If I want to win her back, I'm really going to have to be super honest.
Oh boy, he's gone back into his own little world.
Him? Do you know him? He claims to be your arch enemy and rival. That person. He's not my arch enemy or my rival. Well, actually, no. Now that I think about it, the terms arch enemy and rival are the same thing.
They are rivals. Only people who have it out for each other would disagree with like this.
Ever since I was a little boy, I've always been interested in mysterious masked men. So that's what you wanted to be when you grew up? Yes. No. Sort of, but not exactly. I never imagined I'd feel as bad as I do now about the treasures being stolen.
People sure can be complicated, can't they? Okay. Let's see if she knows anything about some of the people.
Oh.
I know he doesn't look it, but he can really get things done when he puts his mind to it.
Really? So when exactly does he put his mind to it?
Well, not very often, I admit. What exactly does Miss Delight see in her husband anyway?
Wow, you must have really seen skyrockets when you first met to love him so much.
Skyrockets? I didn't know people still use that word. Miss Light, you must know, right? About your husband and Mask Star Damaski.
Mask Star Damaski? Of course. I know all about it. My husband is his biggest fan.
Yep. What? Huh?
Biggest fan?
Yes, and Ronnie can be pretty delusional sometimes. That's how his whole misunderstanding happened. How this whole misunderstanding happened.
Wait a minute. Did you say delusional?
Yes, that's right. I just don't know what I'm going to do with him. You see, Ronnie actually believes that he is Mask Damaski.
But what? What are you talking about?
So, when did Ron first become Mask Star Damaski?
What are you talking about? He's not Mask Star Damaski.
Huh? But, wait a second. Look around at this room. This place is obviously Mask Star Damaski's hideout.
No, you're totally wrong. A real thief's hideout wouldn't look like this. It's because Ronnie is so timid himself and he looks up to heroic figures.
Heroic figures? But Master Damaski is a bad guy.
So he's deluded, huh? Could that really be true? Anyway, if he really had stolen the urn, wouldn't he still have it?
Well, I suppose so.
Then why don't you ask him if he has the urn or not? She has a point. Mr. Delight isn't exactly the criminal type. But something about Ron's behavior bothers me.
Maybe it's true. Maybe Mr. Delight isn't Master Damaski after all.
Say, can I ask you something, Nicky boy?
What is it?
I know I may seem like a bad girl on the outside, but the one thing I won't stand for is illegal activity.
I had the feeling you wouldn't. you're tough, but I can tell you've got a good heart.
Somebody frame my poor Ronnie. I just know it. Could you give this to Ronnie for me?
A letter?
Yes, for Ronnie. I want him to fight back.
Miss Delight. Okay, you've got it. Just relax and leave it all to us.
Desiree's letter, addressed to her husband, Ron Delight, apparently contains something important. Okay, so I guess we gotta go back to the detention center.
Oh, that's right. Here, this is from your wife.
Oh, from Desiree. Thank you.
Letter given to Master Star Damaski.
Actually, more like taken.
My dear Ronnie, how are you? I'm doing fine.
He's clutching onto that letter so hard, the ink is going to be squeezed out.
You look so happy. You should write a letter to Mystic Maya too, Mr. Nick.
Mr. Lawyer. Yes? In the letter that Desi wrote, she said, ask this guy to be your lawyer.
Huh?
I know this would be asking a lot, but could you please take my case? My trial starts tomorrow.
Hey, hang on a second. He can't be your lawyer.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not? We're the victims in this case, right? Victims of this Damaski guy.
Well, yeah, but according to Desiree, he didn't do it.
She said, poor man. He's deluded himself into thinking he did it. Right, Mr. Nick? Come on, she could be lying to protect her husband.
Well, that's true. Or no, actually not. Actually, it's hard to say.
Oh no, it's spreading!
Oh, please. I'll give you the treasure of your choice in return.
What should I do?
Well, Mr. Delight, I've decided to give it a try. I'll defend you.
Really? You will?
Hey, what are you doing, Nick? He's a thief. You can't trust him.
Well, he may be a thief, but I think there's more to this case than meets the eye.
Mr. Nick, I was wrong about you. I shouldn't have trusted you.
Pearls?
I can't believe you defend this person after what he did to Mystic Maya. I'll never forgive you, ever. Pearlie, wait.
It's going to be ugly.
I'll go after her.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
Well, you couldn't have known she'd react like that.
Guess I might as well start investigating.
Oh, Maya, where's Pearls?
She said she's going back to the office. Go check in on her later, would you?
And what about you? Are you okay with me taking Mr. Delight's case?
Yeah, I'm fine, Nick. I believe in you.
I think I'm going to cry.
I know you have a lot of work to do. I really appreciate it.
Okay, Nick, let's get this show on the road.
October 12th, Acme Detective Agency.
This is a detective agency. Looks more like the set of some B-grade horror movie.
Hello? Is anyone here?
Looks like nobody's home.
What a waste of time. Hey, I know. Let's take that framed picture back with us as a memento.
Don't you dare, Maya.
Guess we'll have to try back. Back later. Let's examine some things first before we do.
This desk is literally covered with all sorts of chemistry equipment.
Oh, I just love chemistry. Say, Nick, I bet you didn't know this, but water is made up of carbon and hydrogen.
No. Not carbon. Oxygen. Oxygen and hydrogen.
Oh. Well, there are always alternative theories, I guess.
If by alternative theories, You mean the ones you make up inside the head of yours. My goodness.
That's one impressive bookshelf filled with some very impressive books.
My Life as an Ace Detective. Unabridged edition by Luke Atney, Ace Detective.
Hey, he's even got one of those ships in a bottle thingies.
Ah, would you look at that? It's a little Luke Atney doll at the helm. How cute.
There's a microscope here, too. I wonder if he was researching something. The glass slides have different names on them.
This one says, Atney Virus. This guy is just dying to make a name for himself, huh?
It's getting kind of irritating, actually.
Hey, Nick, what's this thing here?
It's called a gramophone. In the old days, people used them to listen to music.
You can't be serious. I think it's probably for purifying the air or something. I'll bet you 50 cents. Come on, what do you say?
Forget it. You never pay up when you lose.
Whoa, it's a huge hearth.
That's a fireplace.
So what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick.
Right, sorry. What a creepy painting. It's like he's looking right at me.
Maybe we should put up a big portrait of you in the office, Nick. I can even paint it for you. Maybe you can pose while cleaning the toilet.
I think I prefer something a bit more dignified.
Okay. So let's say there's nothing else we can scan around here. Maybe we need to go back to the museum. October 12th, Lorley Taylor, Main Exhibition Hall. Maya!
Oh, Miss Andrews.
I'm so sorry. It's my fault. Your precious urn. Your precious urn.
Please, calm down. What's wrong?
It never ends. Everything I touch ends in failure. Maya, I'm sorry. I'll do anything to make up to you. Make it up to you.
No, it's okay.
I know I don't look it, but I'm good with my hands. I could make you another urn.
Hold on, just wait, okay? Breathe, calm down, and talk to us.
Forgive me. Forgive me.
So when did you get the calling card from Master Damaski?
Let's see. Exactly 10 days ago. I was going to show it to the police, but that detective stopped me.
So you asked Detective Adney to help with security?
Yes. In fact, it was about 20 days ago that I hired him. He seemed to know much more about Master Damaski than the police.
So you hired him for security even before the calling card arrived?
Well, yes. I had a pre-motion that something bad might happen. I've learned to trust my hunches.
So that's why there are security cameras, even in the basement warehouse.
Yes. Lorley Taylor is very serious about their security measures. It was their way of saying, bring it on, to any potential thieves.
Well,
he sure brought it last night and even left with a nice souvenir.
Can you tell us a bit about the security for the treasure exhibit?
It was all my fault. I never should have called this partly little collection a treasure exhibit anyway.
Why do you say that? The urn that was stolen is a pretty important object.
Maybe. What's actually value after appraisal was, well, practically zero.
Zero?
I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable.
But that urn contains the soul of Mystic Amy.
Anyway, I left all the security arrangements to Detective Atney. But 5 days ago, I began receiving all sorts of other exhibit items from Coraine. Lots of people started going in and out of the warehouse down there.
So maybe one of them was actually Master Damaski in disguise.
No, I personally checked out everyone that came through here. So that's not possible. Knowing Adrian, she probably even checked out what they ate for breakfast that morning.
Miss Andrews.
I know. It's all my fault. But what's done is done. I'll make it up by making a new one for you. Just wasting my time. She's too far gone. Faye's just gonna say the same thing. Yeah, she is gonna say the exact same thing. Yeah, she's gonna say the exact same thing. No matter who I show, no matter what evidence I show.
Wow, this is incredible. It's a tiny version of my whole village. Hey, I've got a great idea. You can make it a miniature of your office, Nick.
I don't know about that. The whole place is overflowing with junk. You die before you finish painstakingly recreating that mess.
Well, we can always clean up first.
True.
It's the folding screen of Crane's secret writings. But I can't read what it says on it.
Really? But I thought it was some kind of important spell.
Yeah. My mother read it and taught me to memorize it. I'll be in trouble if I ever forget it.
Looks like the Crane channeling school is teetering dangerously on the edge.
That's probably where the secret urn was going to be displayed.
Yeah, I guess so.
Should I put my attorney's badge there? You know, as a replacement?
I think it's a little too small for that. What about my... Atama?
Now you're being silly. That's definitely too small.
Man, oh man. Way too much fun. Okay, I guess we're just gonna move on to the next room.
That pathetic looking wooden box.
That's the box that had the secret urn in it.
Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on it.
I worked so hard to make that box.
Huh? You made that poor excuse for a box, Maya?
What's that supposed to mean? I was so proud of it.
Poor Maya. Maybe it had been better if Master Damaski had taken the box too.
I'm really starting to like this thing. It's so cool looking. I just strap it to my waist and walk around town like a samurai.
Careful. Gumshoe will lock you up and throw away the key if you're caught. I wonder if that detective brought this camera in with him.
Good question. Let's take a look at it. Huh? It says property of Lorley Taylor on it.
So it's borrowed.
Kind of strange for an ace detective, don't you think?
According to the computer data, someone did in fact go through those big doors last night, right?
Yeah, I guess so. The shutter did go off once, you know.
When we were here with Miss Andrews last night, the statue wasn't where it is now.
Yeah, it was right next to the door, wasn't it?
Well, if someone moved it, it was probably the criminal.
Maybe he didn't like being watched by Mystic Amy. Well, he stole the urn.
Hey, cut it out. You're giving me the creeps with that kind of talk. It looks to me like it's been dry for several days.
There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly, and it's shocking pink.
I don't see how the color of the paint is in any way important.
Our precious urn was right there on the other side of these doors.
Yeah, and according to the security camera data,
someone was in there last night. What do I like to do to him?
There's even paint over here, too, in the box. October 12th, Wright & Co. Law Offices.
Mr. Nick, welcome back.
Oh, hey, Pearls. You're back too, I see.
I might have bought us a strawberry cake. I'll go make some tea to go with it.
Hey, Pearls.
It looks like she feels really bad about what happened at the detention center. Mr. Nick, I was wrong about you. I shouldn't have trusted you. I'll never forgive you, ever. Missing Maya, the tea is ready. Oh, thanks. Come on, Mr. Nick, please have some of this cake.
Yeah, thanks. Pearls.
Oh, excuse me. I was in the middle of cleaning the toilet.
Hey, it's okay. I just cleaned it this morning.
Too late.
This might be a good time for me to ask about her. I first met Pearls a year ago. It was when the murder happened at Corinne Village. I still remember what she said to me when we first met.
You're Mr. Nick, right? You're missing Maya's special someone.
Hey, Maya. I've always thought it was because she was young, but...
But what?
Pearls, I think she's got the wrong idea about you and me.
Huh? Right. There's something you need to understand.
What is it?
It's kind of like a Korean village custom, sort of.
Pearls seems to love you a lot.
Well, it's because I'm her only cousin, and, well, because of the murder case last year. Pearlie's mother is...
Oh, yeah.
I've remembered now. Pearl's mother, Morgan Faye. She's serving a prison term in isolation right now.
So you see, I'm the only family Pearlie has right now. But it's the same for me, too.
Maya.
My mother's gone, too.
There are hardly any men in Korean Village.
Now that you mention it, I never actually saw any men there when I visited.
I'm pretty sure I told you about it a long time ago. About how spiritual powers run very strong in the Faye family.
Yeah, you did. And that's why you're undergoing training to be a spirit medium, right?
Yeah, the thing is, only women can actually inherit the spiritual power. That's why the whole culture of Korean Village kind of revolves around its women.
Well, that's understandable. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but because of that, there tends to be a lot of unsuccessful marriages.
Oh?
Well, men start to feel left out after a while, and then they just start leaving. Especially if the man has a daughter.
Are you saying that Pearl's father?
He's gone. He left the village when she was very young.
Boy, that's tough.
Yeah, and she grew up seeing nothing but unhappy marriages all around her. That's why she's so sensitive to things like that.
So your mother's still missing?
Yeah, and no one has any idea where she is.
Maya's mother, Misty Faye, the current master of Korean channeling technique. She disappeared 17 years ago after getting involved in a certain police case. I wonder if that's going to play out in this game too, possibly.
But you're sure she's still alive, right?
Yeah, I know she is. It's sort of a spirit medium thing.
And if your mother doesn't come back, then what?
And according to the laws of the village, I'll become the next master.
Mystic Maya, the master of the Korean technique. Sounds like a heavy responsibility.
Yeah, but there's no one else with the blood of the Faye main family who's a spirit medium. Well, Nick, why don't we go out and start investigating? We're not going to learn anything just sitting around the office.
Yeah, I know. But first I want to talk to Pearls.
Mr. Nick?
Yeah?
I acted like a baby.
Pearls.
I doubted you, even though Mystic Maya trusted you completely. I guess I still have a lot of training to do. Mr. Nick?
Yes?
From the bottom of my heart, I apologize for what I said.
Oh, it's okay. I'm the one who should be apologizing.
Well, I'm going out now for a little bit.
Huh? Where are you going?
I may be small, but I still have a lot of spirit channeling power. So I'm going to show you I can be useful too, by finding some evidence.
Hey, wait a... She sure runs fast.
Nick, let's back off and give her some room, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. October 12th at Me Detective Agency.
Hello?
Well, well. How lovely it is to see you again, my dear. Welcome to my abode. Relax and soak up the atmosphere.
Or actually kind of...
Shh! Silence! Precisely as I expected.
What is?
Severi! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium. Am I correct?
I think we've already been through this.
Ha! So my estimation was correct. Severi! How truly elegant. Now then, what can I do for you?
You mentioned before that you were on guard duty all alone last night.
Precisely. This is my 5th encounter with my archenemy. I refuse to allow anyone to interfere with the rightful pursuit of my prey.
I heard you've been after Master Damaski since his very first theft.
Yes, my dear. I see you've done your homework. In his very first heist, that vile thief preferred the famous jewel, the Tear of Amanon. I first encountered him in the museum's secret hall, the crime scene itself.
So that's why you were hired as security for the treasure exhibit.
I'm pretty sure he said that Adrian Andrews hired him.
Yes, I borrowed some equipment from Lordly Taylor and set the perfect trap.
You must mean the security camera.
But I thought you were watching the area yourself too. So how did Master Damaski manage to steal the urn?
That's the $1 million question. What is Damaski's modus operandi?
Mr. Atney, did you know about the secret urn?
I'm interested in only one thing, my dear, and that is Mask Star Damaski. Sacred urn? Pfft, that has nothing to do with this case. But wasn't that what Mask Star Damaski stole this time? I am a hunter, sir. The urn was nothing more than a lure to catch my prey. Do you yourselves remember the shape of the individual peanuts you throw to pigeons?
I don't think I like this guy's attitude, Nick.
Well, anyway, it looks like he doesn't know about the urn.
There's something that's kind of bothering me.
Please, my dear, ask me anything you like. After all, we are all but seekers. Wanderer alone in the dark.
Well, I was wondering how Master Star Damaski managed to steal the urn. I mean, is it strange that you don't seem to know?
Yeah, now that you mention it, it is strange. After all, you were on guard that night at the scene of the crime. Unless you were sound asleep, you should have at least seen Master Damaski.
It's this thing again!
What the? It's a Psyche Lock!
Psyche Lock? Hey, Nick, what is this Psyche Lock thing?
Well, your Magatama lets me see when people are keeping secrets. By breaking their mental locks, I can find out what those secrets are.
What? This Magatami has that kind of power?
Maya, you're the one who gave me this Magatama last year.
Well, it's true that this Magatama is a prized Faye family heirloom, but Pearlie was the one that actually imbued it with spiritual powers, right? That's why I don't really know much about what it can do.
This is the woman that's going to take over the Korean's channeling school someday?
So how do you do it? How do you break the Psyche Lock thing?
Well, you present the Magatama to the person with the secret.
Cool! I can't wait to see it in action! Come on, try it out!
Oh boy, I think the future master still needs to learn how to be patient. There is one evidence I do want to try to see if he'll know. And it's only one Psyche Lock. Mask Star Damaski's M.O.
Detective Adney, you were standing guard at the scene of the crime. There's no way you didn't see Masked Star Damaski commit the crime. Well now, I can hardly see why you're so positive about that. Yes, indeed I was guarding the warehouse. That much is true. But I can tell you for certain that not a single person passed through that door.
Not sure why, but this Atme guy is lying through his teeth. I know, show him some proof.
Detective Atney, I have here proof that someone went through that door last night. There was a security camera set up at the scene of the crime. It should have automatically taken a photo of anyone that went through that door. Precisely. I hope you don't mind, but we've already gotten our hands on the camera data. As you can see, the camera went off exactly once last night. What? But my monocell didn't catch anyone in its flash. It must be some kind of computer malfunction. It must be. Maybe it was your monocell that malfunctioned. What? Are you saying that I didn't do my duty properly? Detective Atme, you must have seen the thief last night. The question is, why are you trying to hide it?
He's hiding it. There must be some reason. Some reason that he desperately wants to keep hidden. I've gotten just a piece of evidence that should prove it.
Okay, let's suppose you didn't manage to see Master Damaski. In that case, the reason you didn't at the time was because you were...
fast asleep, using the bathroom, unconscious.
I'm afraid that making a guess is not enough. Time to put your money where your mouth is. Show me your evidence. Detective Atney, you were knocked unconscious by the thief, weren't you? Surely you must be joking. You think that I, Luke Atney, could be knocked unconscious so easily? This sword proves it. That's... Before the theft, the sword was in the hand of the statue of Amy Faye. Furthermore, at that time, it was not bent. There's only one explanation. You were struck on the head and knocked unconscious by the sword. Well, Detective, how about it? I'm impressed. You truly are an ace attorney.
Wow, I got through that pretty decently.
I can't deny that there may be a small hint of truth in what you say.
So you were knocked out when the thief first clobbered you.
Clobbered? What an ugly way of saying it. But I suppose you could put it that way. The coward struck at the precise moment that I turned to look at the computer.
So you never noticed that the thief had entered the warehouse?
No. The coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Perhaps the air ducts or the sewer pipes. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here.
Ouch! Mr. Amy should have hit his poor head exam. Should have had his poor head examined.
You can say that again. Could he have underestimated the thief that badly?
Shito. Damaski knocked at me out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head.
Well, it looks like we got one thing cleared up anyway.
Huh? What? That Amy is the greatest ace detective in the world?
No. That he never actually saw the thief.
Oh, that's right. So the thief may not even be Master Damaski.
Just one moment, Sir Lawyer. The thief was unquestionably Master Damaski.
But you never actually saw him.
Perhaps so. But I installed a security camera for just such a contingency.
Oh.
Last night, the camera went off exactly once. Behold! This is a photo of the dastardly thief taken by the security camera. That's him!
Master Damaski!
Security camera photo. Photo of storeroom entrance taken by the camera on the night of the crime.
The thief can be none other than the arch criminal, Masked Star Damaski. After all, he has a very good reason for committing such brazen crimes.
What are you talking about?
So what do you mean by he had a very good reason? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate.
But how would you know about that?
Have you forgotten? You're speaking to the finest ace detective ever to walk on the face of the earth. The most brilliant mind since, well, ever. Look at me.
Well, I guess we better go take a look, just in case.
Hey, Nick! Remember what Detective Atme said?
Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate. A green envelope, huh? Looks like this is it.
Okay, let's have a look. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. $50,000?
This is a blackmail letter.
Sure looks like a major clue, all right. Blackmail letter written with a foundation pen found in Ron's room. Oh, someone's at the door. I'll be right back. Won't take but a second, I promise. Oh, thank you for coming. That's so nice of you. When I see a damsel in distress, I just can't help myself. Please, come on in. I'll make some coffee. Really? Okay, I guess I'll make myself at home, pretty lady. Wait a minute. I know that voice. Wait, who? Oh, Nicky boy. I'm so sorry, but I've got another guess. You're... Larry?
Nick, it's you! And Maya, too! What a fluke!
Ah, Larry! Long time no see.
What? You know each other?
Nicky boy? Nick, do you know when this girl had, something going on?
Something? If you mean what I think...
I underestimate you, Nick. A gorgeous lady like this. And married, too. Way to go, dude.
I knew it. Just when things can't get any worse, it's time to cue in the butts.
Larry Butts. Ever since grade school, he's been not exactly a close friend. But yeah, we know each other.
Hey, man, that wasn't nice. I was your very first client.
We've got quite the storied history, he and I. And what we used to say still rings true. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
Hey, come on now. You're embarrassing me. And in front of this pretty little thing here.
So you two are old childhood friends, I see. That's so sweet. You two go ahead and catch up on old times. I'm going to go check on my bike.
Nice girl. That Desi. So how have you been, Nick?
Too busy if you really want to know.
So what have you been up to this whole time? It's been 2 years since I've heard from you. And what's with those clothes? You look, well, weird.
Hey, man, that's uncalled for. This is my uniform from my part-time job. But I can't believe it's been 2 years. They say time flies when you're having fun. Huh?
What's wrong?
Nick, I gotta tell you. Women, I don't trust them anymore.
You got dumped again?
Well, Bennifer. I followed her all the way to Japan 2 years ago. That's where I met the famous Caddy Tom, and my whole life changed.
Bennifer? Caddy Tom? I never heard of either of them.
Anyway, dude, Caddy Tom chose Hollywood over me. Can you believe it?
Well, actually... Anyway, sounds like you had quite the adventure.
Women, they're Oh, but you're different, Maya. You're not like the rest.
Looks like he's still the same old Larry.
So what are you doing here anyway?
Huh? What do you mean by that? I'm just a natural-born nice guy, that's all. Well, actually, I picked this up last night while I was working.
A wallet? You say you found this last night?
Yeah, it had a driver's license in it, so I figured I'd just return it myself.
Ron's wallet found by Larry at his part-time security job's company building, night of the crime.
Hang on, let me see that for a minute. I knew it. Desi's picture is in here.
Yeah, I guess he really digs his wife, huh? Hey, Nick! It's not what you're thinking at all!
No, I'm pretty sure it is. You haven't changed a bit.
Aw, no way, man. I mean, she's a married woman. That's just bad news.
He really is here just to check out Miss Delight.
So you said you found it at your job, right?
Yeah, I'm working for a private security company as a guard. Chicks just love a guy in uniform,
Security guard, huh? So that's what that uniform is all about.
So what time was it when you found this last night?
Huh? Why are you asking that? Trying to see if I got an alibi?
You're not the one on the hook for a crime this time, buddy.
I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building.
What was Mr. Delight's wallet doing there?
Anyway, there's nothing weird about that. After all, he works there.
He works there? You mean Mr. Delight?
Sure. Here, take a look at this. It's right there in his wallet.
What's this card?
It's a key card for the security company. See? It's got a serial number on it right there. There's no mistake about it.
You said you were working part-time at a security company, right?
That's right. Why are you making that scary face?
Security company, huh? Something's not quite secure about Larry working there. I need to find out as much as I can about this key card. Key card found inside Ron's wallet, apparently used for the building of his part-time job. I did not expect Larry was gonna be back. That is such a huge surprise to see Larry. We should be getting closer to the end of the whole investigation thing, maybe.
Hey Larry, what about this?
What? If you got something to say, then say it already. Huh? A blackmail letter?
Do you know anything about this?
What? I don't know anything about Alexis. If that's the truth.
Huh? What?
I can't believe you do this to me. I thought you were my friend. $50,000? I don't have that kind of money.
No, you don't understand. This blackmail letter was sent to Ron Delight.
Man, you scared me. I almost had a heart attack, you idiot.
Wait, I'm the idiot?
Man, I was totally confused because it says KB Security right on the envelope.
Yeah, so what?
That's where I've got a part-time job at KB Security.
What?
Sounds like I should really find out some more about... more information about this KB Security company.
KB Security. The company in the blackmail letter. You know about it?
That's where I work, yeah. In fact, I'm on the job right now.
Huh? So what are you doing here then?
Well, the boss is away right now. And you know what mice do when the cat's away?
Yes. Anyway, how far away is this company?
Let me see. About 30 minutes by car, I guess. Well, if you fly down the road anyway.
Well, this apartment building is pretty close to Laura Lee Taylor, right?
And it would take roughly an hour to go from here to KB Security and back.
If Ron Delight was at KB Security when the robbery occurred, then...
Whoa! Then he couldn't have stolen the sacred urn!
Guess we just go there then. If we can actually go there, that is. I'm not sure. Could we ask maybe? No. As always, she's gonna freak out. Wait, what about the photo? Yeah, she's gonna freak out about that too. Okay, anyway.
So, you're sure about this key card?
Yep, that's the key card we use at the building I work in. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record.
It leaves a record?
Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. Easy.
Larry, I need that data.
Whoa, slow down, man. Sorry, but that data is off limits to outsiders. If I lose this job, I'll never have a chance with Desi.
It's times like this, when I wish lawyers weren't so powerless. Key card updated. Found in Ron's wallet, opens to KB Security CEO's office, leaves a record when used.
Hey Nick, your phone! Hello? Is this the Wright's residence?
Ah, Pearls! Where are you?
I thought I'd go to Laura Lee Taylor to try to find some more clues, but I'm afraid I've gotten lost. What? Give me that phone, Nick. Pearly, where are you right now? I was walking along and I found myself in front of that person's office. That person? Who? That person who doesn't act his age and always says severity when he's excited.
Look at me, Ace Detective.
Okay, stay right there. We're coming to get you.
Alright, I'm a little scared.
Alright, let's go, Maya.
Wait a second, Nick.
What?
That phone call just now sounded like real cutie. Never one of your special friends.
Say goodbye to Miss Delighty for me, would you, Larry?
Oh, dear. October 12th, at me Detective Agency.
Ah, Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, Pearly. I never thought I'd see the two of you again.
So is Mr. Ace Detective out of the office?
Yes, when I arrived here, there wasn't a single soul in sight. Say, Nick, doesn't it look like something changed since we were last here?
Now that you mention it,
This bag, I'm sure it wasn't here before. It looks quite full. I wonder what it could be in here. Hey, Nick, come on, open it up.
Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property.
Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation.
that's true. And truth be told, I have to admit I am kind of curious.
Well, what's in there?
Hang on a sec. I'm taking it out now.
Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth.
Well, hello there.
He's here.
What are you doing, Sir Lawyer? I'm shocked to see a servant of the court ignoring the law so flagrantly. I'm really sorry. Maya made me do it!
Nick, I can't believe you.
A gentleman never uses a lady as an excuse for his own poor behavior. The real question is, can you afford to waste time lollygagging about here? What do you mean by that? Perhaps I should make myself more clear. Tomorrow's trial. Zevry, shall we say the figure in it? And if Sir William will be dropping his panties before lunchtime.
Wow, Nick. Sounds like it's going to be really exciting.
What's going to happen at the trial tomorrow that's so dramatic? Do you know what your biggest mistake so far has been, Sir Lawyer? It was becoming a lawyer in the first place.
That certainly does sound like a big mistake, Mr. Nick.
Tomorrow will be a day to remember. I, Luke Atme, will take the stand. And then, Zevry, my testimony will prove to be the undoing of the lot of you. Yes, all of you. I will unmask you as the thief's co-conspirators.
Conspirators?
You're quick on the defensive, I see. However, it is not I that is your greatest enemy. There is a far more dangerous threat that you will face during the trial.
What are you talking about?
Sir Lawyer, if you truly are who you say, I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Godot. Godot? You have taken a step down the path of foolishness. To try to defend a career criminal who deserves nothing less than the death penalty.
Hey, last time I checked, no one knows for sure that Mr. Delight really is Damaski.
My dear lady, times may change, but people sadly do not. Well, you will understand this when you are more mature.
Who is this Godot person?
It's not surprising that a spirit medium has not heard of the name. Godot, the prosecutor whose equal cannot be found in this country, but in heaven. Godot, a legend or myth. Men pin a lifetime of hopes on the chance to simply meet him.
Prosecutor Godot? But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Godot. It's Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't that right, Nick?
It's no surprise that a spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this. But Ace Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth is currently traveling abroad.
Huh?
In fact, it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Godot as the best in this country.
And you agree with that?
Most certainly. In fact, you could call him the Luke Atme of the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's good to hear. The prosecution has a fighting chance tomorrow. Mr. Nick, is this Goldot really that strong?
I seem to remember hearing about something like that. Not surprising. Some people spend their entire lives idling, waiting for his appearance.
Looks like we're done investigating for the day.
Sir Lawyer, the stage has been set, and all the pieces are finally in place. All that remains now is for the dance to begin.
A new prosecutor, an ace detective, and a thief. This will be one tough trial. And we're only in episode 2. Man, we're about to go up against a new prosecutor. Whoever this Godot person is, this is going to be interesting. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let's let that go through. October 13th, 9:46 a.m. District Court number, lobby, defendant, number 4. Okay. We are going to save that. We're going to save here. We're going to save here. And then we're going to go here. Let me check something real quick in that episode title. Hang on. I think the guy with the white tie, the green shirt, and all that other stuff has to be the prosecutor that we're going to be going up against. That has to be Godot, is what Mr. Luke is talking about here. Okay. So, it looks like we have made it a little further this time here on... Well, actually, we did pretty well making it further up to episode 2 of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Wow. So, a lot really has kind of brought to the attention. It was also interesting getting to see Adrian and Larry again. I didn't expect we were going to be seeing those two again in this episode. You see, which is really awesome. I didn't expect we were going to see those two again. But, man oh man, is this going to be one interesting trial? I have no idea how the first part of this trial for episode number 2 is going to play out. But I have a sneaky suspicion that Luke might have done something, because if Luke has... Because that bag has something hidden, and it was smooth. So I wonder if Luke stole the urn, possibly. I don't know why I'm coming up with this theory. So here's my theory. That bag did not appear in Luke Atme's office. But what if Luke Atme possibly stole the secret urn? What if he possibly stole it? What if he was the one behind it? Who knows? But so far, I don't know. I'm just going off on the theory. I think so far Luke Atme could be a bit suspicious. In a way, I'm not quite sure exactly how this is going to play out when we get to the first part of the trial, but ultimately, I am excited to see what's going to happen next. I am just ready to see how this next episode is definitely going to play out. But we've gathered quite a bit of evidence, so we should be able to know exactly all the details, hopefully, in the trial that will hopefully bring us closer to finding the true identity of Mask Star Damaski. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a very interesting episode, and I really just cannot wait to see how the next part 34, is really going to play out. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap up this episode right here, and we're going to save the next round of the trial, well, the first round of the trial, for the next part. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for part 33 of my Let's Play of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video as much as I have, and in the next episode, we are going to be going up against Luke Atme and this new prosecutor named Godot. How tough is Godot gonna be besides Miles Edgeworth and Francisca Von Karma? We'll find out in the next part. So you guys do not want to miss what's gonna happen on the next part of my Let's Play of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. And I guess that's all for me. So until next time, this is Xenonite XE6. Hope you guys have a good night. I will see you guys in part 34 of my Let's Play of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, where we will be doing the first part of the second trial in Trials and Tribulations. And I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, farewell and have a good night.